I'm gonna bet many of you in this room tonight believe in some sort of religion. Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, there are so many out there. But I'm also gonna bet that there are a few of you out here who do not believe in any religion or believe in science more than a religion. Now, I'm also going to assume that almost everyone in this audience makes decisions daily, whether it be life-changing or something small, like what cereal you want to eat for breakfast. I'm alive and here to talk to you guys today because of the countless decisions my family has made for me. My mom's a stay-at-home mom who has been watching over my brother and me for the past 19 years. That's a long time. Thanks a lot, Mom. My dad is an anesthesiologist and pain doctor. The irony about my story is even if my dad's job is to help others and make them feel better, it was pretty hard for him to do that for me. I remember the stories that my parents used to tell me, how I used to scream and cry when anyone would make me eat a small piece of cake or a tiny bite of omelet, a normal child's delight. These events occurred for the first 5 years of my life. My dad thought I was just being picky, but my mom decided she'd had enough. One day, we went to our pediatrician to get a blood test done. Thanks to my mom, we figured out I was deathly allergic to eggs. Smell, touch, or taste could trigger a reaction that would leave me dead. My parents were baffled, specifically my dad, because being a doctor, he was still unable to figure out about my allergy. From there on out, my life was made up of numerous decisions, traveling from doctor to doctor, trying to figure out what the best treatment was for me, what medicines and precautions we should take. They would tell us the same things. It is a very risky allergy, and the best thing to do is to avoid any foods that contain eggs. We would also talk to the other parents with kids who have allergies, and they would voice the same frustrations on how their child has become restricted because of the allergy, and how they are hoping the allergy would go away. Everything that we did was based on decisions and advice from other people we met, doctors, and just about anyone that was willing to help. My family and I are Indian, and we believe in Hinduism. We go to a temple for big festivals or just when we're free. But let me tell you, every single time we went to the temple, my parents would tell me if I prayed hard enough or long enough, my egg allergy would go away. And I listened to them. By taking their advice and making my decision to pray to God to remove my allergy, and it did not work, unfortunately. And after all those years, we decided to take a step further. When I was about 7 or 8 years old, my parents saw an ad for an Indian priest who believed in Ayurvedic medicine to cure just about any ailment. They thought that possibly his medicine might help remove my allergy. I was a little skeptical, but we as a family decided to go to Boston just to check it out. I still vividly remember a lot of events that were occurring. A woman approached me telling me that her belief in God and the herbal medicine in her life was a lot better, and I was excited to see what was going to happen. We waited in the lobby of the location for about 2 hours before we could see this priest. Some of the things he told me were unbelievable, and my entire family was baffled. He told us that his son was able to control bulbs with his mind, and how at dinner he moved all the plates with his mind because of the power of the medicine. After this long tangent about his son, he had asked what was wrong and about my allergy. He did a few prayers and told me that the chance of removing my allergy is high, but I'd have to eat about 14 of his mysterious pills a day. I was a 7-year-old, and I had to eat 14 pills a day? My parents immediately decided to leave because I would not be able to swallow that many pills. From there, it was just sitting and hoping and praying. We thought there was no other way out of this mess. My dad would go to work and ask his coworkers about what he should do. And some said trying this thing called oral immunotherapy. Oral immunotherapy, or OIT, but the only issue with this, it was a very new study, and some people had told my dad that my allergy was too high to take the risk. So my dad left the idea alone until about 4 months ago when he decided to bring it up one day during a dinner discussion. OIT is essentially when doctors introduce the allergen to a patient at very minimal doses during a long period. The whole purpose of the program is to make the body aware of the allergen and to slowly desensitize the body to the allergen. I remember the fear that my family and I had. Everyone told us that my allergy was deadly and a minimal amount of egg could kill me. It was like doing what so many people told you not to do. We were very hesitant and unsure of what to do, but we ultimately decided to do the treatment. When we were at the office for the first time, I had a very, very small amount of egg. I started with a 1 to 100 milliliter ratio, and then from that I took 2 drops of egg, which is very, very small, like a drop of water in a cup of orange juice. The best part is that I had no reaction, and now I can eat a total of 2 milliliters of pure egg whites, and eventually I might be able to eat a hard-boiled egg. That may not be a big deal to some of you guys, but to my family and me, it was a breakthrough. It would be the first time I could eat any egg without a reaction. It's like when you finally figure out a solution to the problem that has been nagging you. It's a weight lifted off your shoulders and a sense of hope, something that you can finally look forward to and be thankful for. From my story about my family and my allergy lays a fundamental idea about the word decisions. I mentioned the word decision over and over again, and that is because decisions are a huge part of everyone's lives. Looking at my family, we started by taking a religious aspect towards decisions, like praying or doing religious activities. And then we slowly transitioned to a science sort of cure with OIT. But at the same time, we never let go of our religious background. We still go to the temple to pray that my treatment will continue to be successful, and we are thankful to God for the strength that He gave us to go in the office for the first time and eat egg for the first time, because that was a scary experience. Just like many of you faced scary experiences in your daily lives. When all of you in the audience leave here tonight, I want you to have a holistic view on how to make a decision, and to make sure that your decision is not just based on your religion or science, but rather a mix of both, or what feels right for you. And also, consider all the possibilities. Don't try and throw out one of your ideas thinking one of them is better, because your original background and thoughts are what help you make that impactful decision. Because your upbringing and ideas that you originally believed in my case religion, are just as important as the new ideas, like science. And believe me, they always work best when they collaborate together. I wish every single one of you in the audience good luck with your decision making. Thank you.